Good evening. Today's vet talk, as I like to call it, which I haven't done in a while, is about relationships, friends, romantic, whatever. If you truly know me, or even know me, you know I've been married 3 times. The first one lasted 28 years. Its downfall was, in a way, jealousy of how my son took her priority and how she spent our money, and I was making ugly freaking money. Nothing like looking at your bank account expecting X amount and it wasn't there because it was going to him. So there was a lack of trust on my part, but I also stepped out on the marriage. Mainly because it was, how should I say it? I was looking for an emotional connection that wasn't there. Because when you lose trust in someone, there's an emotional connection you lose. So, that, I'll say 80% was my fault. Second marriage, yeah, whatever. It was, I moved out because, yeah, hey, when you got a whole bunch of children move in and they're not yours, and part of it is, and same thing with the first marriage, I didn't deal with my PTSD and anxiety and all this. So you get all this loud noise in the second marriage and even in the first one, and you don't deal with it, you don't go to the VA, you don't take care of it, and it just doesn't happen. In the second marriage, we tried counseling through her company. Unfortunately, on her part, she thought the counselor was against her, or truly she was for her. But my counselor, or the counselor, and I kept seeing her to the end, really, recommended a book, The 5 Love Languages, and you're thinking, okay, well, your marriage is on the rocks. Why the 5 love languages? And as she explained it is, once you learn your love language, at your next relationship, you know what to expect out of yourself. And you know what you're willing to do in that relationship. So it really helped me. Truly recommend that book. I'm a giver. I'll do anything for the people I love. While my second wife and I were separated, and it was just only a few weeks, I reconnected with my third wife, who I'd met during a fling during my first marriage. And, I handled a lot of those things badly because I wanted to please her. I wanted to make up for all the things I did wrong in the first two. Well, when you throw yourself in a relationship like that, and it turned out to be an abusive relationship because she became abusive, it's not healthy. I lost a lot of weight, my health went down, the doctors were concerned for me, and so I finally, after the second try, left. And it took it's taken a long time, and if you truly know me, you know that that woman is my Achilles heel. I mean, she could show up at the door right now, and I'd be like, probably right back at it, which would be completely unhealthy. And I truly understand that. So, you've got to look at those romantic relationships, whatever, in any relationship that ends, whether badly, amicably, whatever, like a loss of life. You know, grieving is the first stage. Understandably so, because you're grieving over that. You want them back in your life, no matter how bad it can be for you. And then there's the acceptance that they're out of your life. So the grieving stage can take a while. The acceptance stage, once you accept it, that's a little, for me, was a short stage in all of them. And then there's the moving on. The moving on to me is the longest stage, because that's where you have to work on you. For me, it's saying, yes, I'm a giving person. Once I fall in love, or even in a friendship, there's nothing I won't do for that person. Well, that can be unhealthy. It is unhealthy. So you have to be cognizant of how much you are willing to do in that next relationship, whether it's a friendship or whatnot, for them and for you. To lose your identity in a friendship or a relationship is completely unhealthy. You need to take stock of yourself and the relationship, because even though that person is truly happy that you're in their life, this and that, but you gotta say, hey, is it truly helpful for me? Even though they're not trying to take advantage of you, are you taking advantage of yourself? Are you saying, I'm going to dump myself into this relationship, whether it's a friendship or romantic, and lose myself? So you need to do that. You need to step back and tell yourself, hey, this may not be healthy that I keep continuing this pattern. Myself, like I mentioned earlier, I love to do things for people. I call her my best friend. And here's what you got to realize, too. You may consider someone your best friend, but you may not be theirs. We all have that friend that you can rely on, that you can go to with your troubles, your deepest, darkest secrets that no one's ever going to know about. That doesn't mean you're theirs. And if you are, you found this friendship that is beyond a miracle. To me, it's amazing. And I have that friend. I call her my best friend, but am I her best friend? I don't know and don't care to know. Because if I did know and I wasn't, then there's a little bit of jealousy involved, and it just doesn't matter to me. Uh, because I know what I have in that friendship and relationship. Uh, Romantic relationships, I'm not, honestly, if it happens, it happens. Uh, for me, a romantic relationship, am I interested in certain people? Absolutely, but on the same token, it involves so much. It's you're pouring your, and they don't need to know your darkest secrets, and you don't need to know theirs. Uh, do I have people that I'm intimate with? Absolutely. I have people that I can sit there. I mean, my best friend, I can sit there. We go grocery shopping. We talk shit to each other. Dudes, dudettes. If you can find someone like that, and you're thinking, really, grocery fucking shopping? It's true. Grocery shopping, whatever. Go to the freaking dollar store or the thrift store. If you find someone you can sit there that's throwing you clothes in your basket, and you're throwing them clothes in their basket, and you know at the end of the day, you're going to give them a peck on the cheek, and the whole time, like, at the end of the day, you're going to give them a peck on the cheek, and that's good. That's cool. That's a form of intimacy that is, I've only achieved a couple of times. You know, or someone you can go hang out with. Bring a picnic basket, load that shit up, and they're taking the leftovers home. Bro, girls, you're rocking then. It's that, and the whole time that you spent together, you've talked shit to each other, you've laughed. That's another form of intimacy that cannot be replaced. Now, if you find a combination of intimacy like that with someone you can be romantic with, and you've hit it out the ballpark. Because being romantic with someone and intimacy are completely two different things. Anyways, I just wanted to put that out there. Back to losing a friendship or a romantic, a marriage, a boyfriend girlfriend relationship. Man, that's sometimes hard to take. But you've got to think about yourself. Pick up that love language book. Go talk to a counselor. If your health insurance can help it, I'll help you with that. Learn about yourself. Don't blame yourself. But learn that, yes, you might have played a part in it. Now, that shit happens. The other person may be at fault 80% and you're at 20%. In my case, a couple of times, I thought 3 times, I was at 80%. I'll admit that. Okay, well, maybe the last one was 50-50 because you take one to the chest with a frying pan. Yeah, well, but the thing is, you got to evaluate the situation that you're in. You've got to evaluate where you were in that situation. then you have to move on. Once you identify, okay, so I was 50-50 for letting that person do this, and I enabled them to do this. And that's the other thing. If you enable that person, like myself, with my third marriage, where, yeah, she stabbed me and blah, blah, blah. I enabled that by keep taking her back. So I was 50-50. I enabled that behavior. So I can't blame her completely. Because I went back to that situation. I put myself back in that situation. So, and that's where you can't do this alone. You need to talk to someone. And don't talk to your friend. Because your friends are going to tell you, oh yeah, that pendejo was terrible. That pendeja was terrible. You did everything right. No. Find someone, myself, for myself, find a good counselor. Find a good clergyman. Talk through the situation with them. And it's not going to be one counseling session. Trust me. It's going to take more. In my case, it took 16 weeks of just personal counseling about relationships. Then I'm still going through the Billy Marl, what the fuck counseling. The thing is, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on the next person. And take your time. Some counselors will tell you if you were in a 1 year long relationship, take 2 years before you get into the next relationship. I fully agree. Because I've jumped from one to the other. Not just in marriages, but in relationships. So yeah, I agree. Would I like to start dating again? Absolutely. I think I've had that downtime in dating. So, yeah. But the same token, I'm not looking for a long-term relationship. What I'm looking for is, hey, let's just go out, have fun, get to know each other, and take baby steps and grow together as an us. So I look at it this way, and you have to respect that person as an individual. So there's you as an individual, me as an individual, and then there's us as together. So you've got three people involved here. The way I look at it, it's you, me, and us. And that us is that third person. So that's what I'm trying to say. Guys, be careful. Take care of each other. And if you're struggling in your marriage or relationship, seek counseling. What's going to be the worst thing that's going to happen is you're going to figure out you're not meant to be together. The best thing that's going to happen is you're going to find a way to communicate and figure it out. Even if you find out you're not meant to be together, you're going to find out what makes you happy. say you read the 5 languages of love, and you figure out, oh man, I'm a giver, but I need to find someone that accepts that and appreciates it, not just so you know what to look for. Anyways, that's kind of my little rant today. It's just that I've had some friends that are close to me, someone I consider my daughter, and even myself as of late. And man, you know, it just hit me tonight. Actually, today. I've been planning this video all day. So I hope you, my friends, my loved ones, see this video and say, okay, the old man hit a point. I need you guys to take care of yourselves, because, and if you know me and you got my number, you know me on Facebook, call me. Billy, what can I do? And I'll do what I can. I'll help you find the help you need to help yourself. Because that's what it's all about, helping ourselves to achieve that goal. You know, and God, I got to thank him, because he put the thought in my head. And throughout the day, he's kind of pointed me to it, you know. And some of you, hey, if you're agnostic or just don't believe in God, hey, that's fine. But we all have a higher power we can look forward to and reach out to them, whatever it may be. So anyways, good night.